One of these teams want to be at the bottom of their pool, and that's what this competition is about here. As the Warriors will get the ball to begin. Warriors in the purple uniforms, while the Lincoln Eagles in the white. As they're now outside. Here's a deflection and a steal. Outside on the left. For the land, no good, but the follow is good. So I'm Trellis Williams, and I got CJ with me here today. Appreciate you joining us, man. So we got a 2-0 ball game. Lincoln Eagles score first.
Yeah, Lincoln is a great team. They were competing at a high level last year. They returned some of that experience this year, led by Haley Nichols on the All-American watch list.
And I do believe Nichols got that first bucket. She's going to get the ball back again here. Lead here for Lincoln, and a nice lay-in finish for her. And she gets 4 quick ones and a 4-0 lead now for Lincoln.
Lincoln is a well-coached team. Coach Nichols does a great job with his girls here. Great to see teams from Nebraska here at the national tournament. Southeast Dragonflies have a player in Hannah Sadlacek who played on this Eagles team last year. Some great talent coming out of Nebraska.
A steal here for Wichita. They just hit a 3 from Michaela Integren and fouled on the way to the basket is Sarah Peffley, and she'll have 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, that was not necessarily the best decision right there from Nichols. Did not have the position, reached around, trying to keep the ball from going up, which she was able to do, but draws the foul going across the body.
And picking up that foul, I do believe, was Miraz, and that'll be her first personal foul. First free throw does not go there for Peffley. She's got another one coming up, 4-3 ball game, and she ties it up with the second foul shot. Tied up at 4 here, a minute and a half into the ball game. Winter dealing with some pressure here.
Good point guard for the Lincoln Eagles is Winter. Senior.
Here's the drive from Nichols for another bucket.
Such a nice move right there from Nichols. She sized up her attack right there when she put her back to the basket. Then she saw her lane and took it, finished it nice and strong.
Haley Nichols has all 6 points thus far for the Eagles. And now Wichita with it again. A corner 3 on the way and knocked it down. String music from the corner there.
I tell you what, 3-point shots, they are momentum builders and they are momentum killers. And just when it looked like Lincoln would have momentum there, Integren knocking down the 3s.
Nice find inside, and it's blocked partially. Wichita will get it back on the drive, kick outside, back to Integren. She's already hit 2 trays. She loses that basketball, and it's taken away there by the Eagles. Led Winter a little too much on the fast break, and Wichita will get the ball back. That's Peffley with the basketball up the left side of the floor.
Right idea, just couldn't get it out there. The right location. Back quickly here, the Warriors. Love the speed of the game so far from these 2 teams.
Ripley on the offensive board, and she's very tall. Tallest girl on the floor right now, and she's gotten a few offensive rebounds. She ended up getting tied up on that play.
Yeah, it's going to come down to teams executing. How many second chance opportunities can you give your team?
Missed 3 there from Nichols. And Wichita back with the ball again. It's Peffley with the basketball. She's being pressured. That pass nearly stolen, but they're able to come around with it. That's Integren trying to feed it into Ripley, and it's taken away by Zeleny.
Man, that's great hands there, keeping them up, getting the first deflection, but yet staying in control to get the steal all the way through. Inside out, corner 3 now.
There's the pump fake, dropping it off. Ball tipped and stolen. Integren on the nice pass down the floor to Peffley. She'll stop and shoot the mid-range, Jay, but it's a long air ball. It's going to be pulled down by Nichols.
Great decision right there. It's almost like she took a 3-point shot from about midway, though. Wow, Zeleny just taking that left hand and bringing it down.
Nice battle to the basket, gives the Eagles the lead back. They lead by 1 point here, about halfway through the opening period. Integren with the basketball on the right side of the floor. Going to feed it to the high post. And now some pressure. Returning it to Integren, and now a cross-court pass. And Piffley knocks it down from the left wing.
And 3 3-pointers already for the Wichita Warriors. That's how you stay in games right there.
10-8 ball game. Under 4 minutes to play first quarter. Feeds it inside. That ball is fought for. And good hustle there from Ripley for Wichita.
What a pass from Winter. She drove and penetrated, got up in the air, and she made a hard pass across the lane to her teammate who had a good clean catch, but once she put it on the floor, then it got tied up on.
Integrin now on the left wing, returning it to the point guard there. Three-pointer on the way. Looked good, just didn't go. Integrin on the offensive board.
Good cut right there.
That's Addie Integrin with the ball, but she misses. Rebound pulled in by none other than Haley Nichols with the basketball right wing. Ooh. Winter up top 3, and that one airballs a little bit to the left there. It'll be Warriors basketball again.
She was ready to shoot. She caught that one and did not think twice about the fact that it was 3 feet from the three-point line.
Also beyond that college 3 as well. Feinted to the high post. That's Integrin at the basket for the bucket. That's Addie Integrin with her first bucket of the ball game. We've got a 12-8 lead for the Warriors here. And really the difference has been the three-point shots. I mean, The Eagles have been all two-pointers.
And right now I think the Eagles are struggling inside. They get the ball down on the floor in the paint, and they're not able to control it. That allows Wichita to get their hands on it, either force the jump or get the steal, and that's really been a factor for the Eagles on offense here.
Warriors get the ball back. Eagles fans wanted to travel there. Going to feed it up top now. Pull up. Jay at the high post. Knocking it down was Addie Integrin. That's her second straight bucket and a 6-point lead now for the Warriors.
Well, if you are not familiar with the Wichita Warriors, I think after this first quarter right here, you can safely assume that they can shoot the ball.
And a corner 3 from the Eagles, no good. On the offensive board is Lincoln, and they got a steal from Piffley.
Just another turnover there.
And how about the Warriors? You got girls pulling them from deep, and that's another one.
4 threes on the quarter. We said a minute ago she took a mid-range jumper and airballed it. And we said, well, I think she had it dialed in for a 3, and she showed she exactly did have it dialed in. She dropped that one in smooth.
And so far, a 17-8 lead for Wichita. Timeout is called by the Eagles here, a 9-point advantage. And just the three-point shooting from the Warriors has been very good so far. Just like you said, 4 trays already for Wichita, and it's from 3 different players.
Yeah, the balance of scoring right now for Wichita is extremely effective, because then as a coach you have to ask yourself, who am I going to guard? Am I going to go guard the three-point shooters? Am I going to go guard the interior play of Addie Integrin? Right now that's what Coach Nichols is talking about with his team, is, or I should say Coach Kaiser is talking about with his team, and that is, how are we going to defend this? We've got to figure out who we're going to guard, and then we got to get there. Too many open shots. We got to get out there defensively and get a hand in the face and contest the shots being taken by the Wichita Warriors.
A minute 39 to play in the first quarter. The Lincoln Eagles have the basketball. They're down by 9. Just a barrage of three-point shots from the Warriors gives them the 9-point lead. And that ball is going to be nearly stolen by Piffley. She wasn't able to keep it in bounds. So the ball will be back with Lincoln.
The other part that Lincoln's got to figure out is, how do we protect the basketball a little bit better? That is a big struggle for them at this moment. A lot of deflections. The deflections are not necessarily a turnover, but deflections take you out of momentum in your offense. So you want to catch cleanly, you want to dribble cleanly. When you don't, it just takes you out of your consistency and your rhythm.
Piffley with the ball on the swing. Integrin feeding it inside to her sister.
Surrounded by 3 defenders there from Lincoln.
Three-pointer Piffley in.
So they collapsed on the interior. They chose to guard the interior play. But what happens when you do that is it leaves the outside shot open. At this point, I think Coach Kaiser's got to think about, who am I going to put on Piffley with 3 threes in the game?
Ripley Ripley for three. And they all knock them down, folks. 15-point advantage for Wichita.
And 18 points coming off of the three-point basket. Unbelievable shooting display right now. There's Nichols.
And Nichols answers with a three of her own. She has 9 points for the Lincoln Eagles, but that pace just doesn't add up to what the Warriors are doing just from multiple players.
I mean, it's not like they're down a ton of points right now, Lincoln, but it feels like a lot because of how many threes Wichita is making.
Oh, nice
what
finish.
A finish!
Nice finish there from Hayden Nichols as she gets the bucket right before the quarter ends. And, I mean, the thing is, a play like that can maybe give you a little momentum to start the second quarter.
Well, you're going into the quarter now down 10 instead of being down 12 or 14 points. And so you need, you got the three-point basket from Haley Nichols there in the possession before. You follow that up with that two-point basket against a well-guarded play right there from the Wichita Warriors. And so, yeah, you've got to feel good. You've got 5 points here in the last 20 seconds of the first quarter to cut the deficit to 10. Now it just comes down to who can play defense for the Eagles, right? Who can get out there and guard that three-point shooter in Peffley and Ripley, and then who can help make sure that Addie Enegren doesn't take your lunch from you on the inside.
Both these teams are very good teams. They lost their first games here in pool play, but they're in a tough pool, and it's D1. It's D1 Nationals.
Yep.
You're not going to make it into this division and not play really good teams. And they were in it with the CHSM Knights as well as the Chap Chariots, two very good teams that these teams lost to. And they're trying to finish third in that pool, which would make a big difference in the tournament.
Yeah, these two teams are playing for where they're going to fall outside of the D1 area. You want to set yourself up for an opportunity to go win in whatever division you end up with on Wednesday. So the game matters right now for both these teams. I'm sure they would love to be in a great passing and finish right there.
So Kaiser gets the bucket. And so now it's an 8-point ball game, and the Warriors are forced to call time. They didn't have anybody to come to the ball, to handle the ball coming up the floor. And so they need a timeout to get themselves together. And a great first quarter by the Warriors, but they cannot let up.
No, they can't let up. And right now they are on the Eagles are on a 7-0 run, cutting the lead from 12 down to 8 here. And so if you're the Warriors right now, what you're telling your coach, what Coach Enegren is saying to his girls is, listen, we're going to get the ball up the floor. We're going to run a well-executed play right here. Whatever that is, we're going to run a well-executed play for an open shot. So whether that comes off of the three-pointer in the corner, right, or a swing three, or whether that leads to a good drive from Enegren into the basket, the point being we're going to run a play, we're going to execute the play, and we're going to get a good look at the basket and try and stop the momentum right now that Lincoln is building.
Wichita with the basketball up the floor, up by 8 over the Lincoln Eagles.
You see the Eagles applying a little more pressure right now.
Ripley at the basket. They're going to count it and one.
Great play right there from the Warriors, using the height to their advantage. You're going to get Zeleny on the foul.
So that's Catherine Zeleny going to pick up her first personal foul, first team foul here in the second quarter. And Ripley will knock down the free throw.
That's a good possession right there for the Warriors. Stop the bleeding that was starting to occur. Get down there, find yourself a good, strong bucket. They ran the play that they wanted to run. They were able to get it to their tall post player in Ripley. She has a three. Now she has an and one. So it's definitely someone that can play inside and outside.
So Winter ends up traveling on the play there, and balls with Peffley.
Oh, yeah.
And a travel on the other end by Enegren.
Great defense from Hayden Nichols right there. She stayed controlled and contained. Wichita thought she was going to jump in the air and then go underneath it, and she didn't. She stayed home, forcing the travel.
Catch and shoot, quick trigger tray right there from Haley Nichols. She's got 12 points. She's been putting on a very good performance and cuts the lead to 8.
The way that the Eagles are going to stay in this game is with Nichols having a great game. So, great shooting display right now from Haley Nichols. 2 threes already in the game. Winner got that foul right there. They're also going to need to get her involved on the offensive end as well. Right now they need a stop. They've got the lead to the deficit to 8.
Deep 3 there from Integrin. And Nichols will let it go out of bounds. So Lincoln will get the ball again. They trail by only 8. 6:27 remaining here in the second quarter. So we're going to have Winner bringing it up the floor right side.
Yeah, big possession right here for the Eagles. If they can cut this to 6, what that does is it builds a huge belief, because then it means that they're able to weather the storm.
Going to be a turnover against the Eagles, out of bounds on the baseline. We're going to have a couple of substitutions here for the Lincoln Eagles.
Great minutes right there from Hayden Nichols on the floor, spelling Daria Miraz. Now she's able to get back in the game. They still need to get that stop, but holy cow.
Peffley, the stop and pop. Jay in the lane.
I think Peffley's only missed the 1 shot.
She's got 12 points now. Ball's tipped out of bounds there by Ripley. Will stay with the Eagles.
Tough place for the ball to be over there in the corner, not necessarily where you want it to be offensively. If you're going to get the ball in the corner, you're going to need to get it out quickly, and whether that happens on the pass or the drive, it's got to move. Lincoln got bailed out right there because Wichita poked it out. Yep, she thought twice about that corner on that play.
On the drive, jumper, no good. Or floater, rather, off the window, missed it. They got Peffley up this left side of the floor. Just under 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Drive from Integrin. Floater on the way off the window. It's good.
My goodness. I mean, you got 4 players already on the board.
And
for the
diving
Warriors
there for Winner. She missed it. Kaiser on the pump fake. Feeding it high post. Miraz.
Yep, there's your shot.
Corner 3, no good. Integrin tried. Nichols ripped it away and is fouled. So good job by Haley Nichols. Ripped that ball away. And I believe the foul's on Michaela Integrin.
Great play right there from Haley Nichols. Get position, draw the foul. Need to score, though, when the clock is not running. Down 12. Want to give yourself an opportunity to cut the lead with the clock not running.
12 points for Nichols thus far. She misses 2 at the foul stripe as they trail by 12.
So just like we had mentioned a moment ago of the Lincoln Eagles trying to cut the lead with the deficit from 8 to 6, and that way you can feel good about you weathering the storm. On the flip side, for the Wichita Warriors, they've now got the lead back to 12. If they can extend the lead, get a good defensive stop right here, then come down and extend the lead on their end of the court, then what that means is they're going to feel good about their ability to weather the runs coming from the Lincoln Eagles.
Nichols looking to get it in play.
There's Winner. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a nice finish on the opposite side there from Miraz. That'll be her first bucket of the ball game. Lead's cut to 10 here, 30-20. It's over 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Oh, nice behind the back from Peffley. Oh, she tried to feed it, but good job by Long getting in the passing lane, breaking it up. But Wichita will have it on the baseline.
She saw a great baseline attack happening. Unfortunately, Michaela Integrin did not see the same thing, but it was there, right for the taking. Good find, though.
Integrin lost the ball, but they're able to get it back. Ripley's 3 His front rim, no good, and Natalie Long with the rebound. She's trying to push the pace here.
Yep, and that's the right idea. Get the ball up the court. There it is, your Nichols. There's your shooter.
Oh, Nichols knocking down a three from up top.
She is money from the three-point line. Look at this now. It's a 7-point game.
7-point game. And a bad turnover there from the Warriors. It'll be Lincoln Eagles basketball on the baseline. And Wichita wants time right here. They want to shift this momentum the other way. 30-23. Warriors in the lead, but Lincoln coming up. Pomeroy, so CJ Pomeroy? Yep. All right, yeah. Because I remember your first name, because I mean, we introduced each other by first name, and then I turned around and was like,
When it hurts, real time it.
All right, it's our second year. So it's interesting is that I played homeschool basketball, but our team.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it.
Didn't have those between nationals. So we didn't end up going to nationals either. We just played schools in our state. But then now it's like my dad's the coach and runs the organization. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, our second year.
Awesome.
Our fifth year in existence. We hope to be able to bring our girls here eventually, but they're not quite ready.
This is year 20 for me.
All right. Eagles will get it in. He got a wide open Kaiser.
Oh, look at that.
Kaiser with the three-pointer. 5 for her, but it's a 4-point ball game.
Man, from down 12 to only down 4. The confidence is building for the Eagles.
And a rebound there. They're going to get it over to Kaiser, and now she's pushing the pace. She'll bring it into control here.
Great.
Winner thought about it, and she's driving baseline.
Oh, look at that find. Look
Kaiser
at that
to cut it to 1. She got it down. A 1-point ball game.
Coach Integrin called a timeout to try and get his team situated and to stop the momentum. And instead, the Eagles come out with back-to-back threes to take the lead or the deficit down to 1.
30-29 ball game. We got a good one here.
And all of a sudden, the barrage of shooting from the Warriors in the first quarter, it seems like so long ago.
Nichols now pushing the pace. Eagles have an opportunity to take the lead. Kaiser, who's hit the last 2 trays, has the basketball. Feed it in. Now a corner 3 to take the lead. Nearly went. Rebound pulled in by Peffley.
Such unselfish basketball right there from Kaiser. A lot of players would have done a heat check, but she did not. She looked for the next open pass. Didn't go in, but just shows the unselfish play.
Peffley missing the 3. Pass down the floor to Kaiser. It's a 3-on-2. Winter gonna drive to the cup. Drop it off to Miraz to the basket. They're gonna call the foul. Oh, they're gonna count it.
And 1.
That's a little continuation there. But she got the bucket. They're going to call it an and 1, and the Lincoln Eagles have taken the lead over 31-30. Lincoln.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just incredible basketball here in the last couple minutes.
Free throw is missed, but there's a lane violation anyway. I didn't see who they called that last foul on.
I think it was 21. I could be wrong.
That would be Michaela Integrin's second foul if that is correct. We are not the official book, folks, but we're trying to keep up the best we can. Peffley on the way to the basket. She missed. The foul is no good, but it's tipped out of bounds. Eagles basketball. And Wichita has watched their lead, their 12-point lead crumble away, and now they are in a deficit.
Yeah, they just the problem right now is they can't find what they want offensively. They need what we call a quick hitter, something that gives them, oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
And Kaiser with a banking tray.
3 threes in a row for Kaiser, 11 points in the quarter to match her uniform number, and another timeout.
Unbelievable 16-0 run has been put on by the Lincoln Eagles. It was 30-18. It is 34-30 other way.
This is unbelievable basketball right here from the Lincoln Eagles. I mean, by all accounts, it really looks like the advantage is on the Warriors side, but the just consistent push and pressure from the Eagles, and then the shooting, 5 threes in the quarter. 2 from Nichols, 3 of them from Kaiser, gives them the lead.
In a very high-scoring girls basketball game. I mean,
Yeah.
we're already 34-30 with 1:32 to play in the first half, but that's really because both of these teams, because really Wichita has still not shot poorly. They just missed a few shots.
Yeah, they really haven't. It's just been a matter of here lately they just can't find the shot that they want. I think right now, if you're Coach Enegren, you've got some sort of play design set up. You are trying anything you can. You want one very good look at the basket. You want an uncontested shot if you can get one. You want an easy layup if you can get one. You just need something to help your girls see the basketball go through the hoop.
34-30 is the score. Lincoln in the lead. Nice fake from Ripley. She's stuffed, but she's fouled.
Interesting call there. Yeah, I think Nichols was looking for a jump ball as a player. I can understand that, or former player. But 2 officials said it was a foul. Trillis, this has been the case for Wichita in the second quarter. They can't buy a bucket right now.
Which is just stark contrast to how this game started. If you're just joining us now, you just rewind just a little bit. And Wichita could not miss, but right there, 2 missed free throws, and now Lincoln coming the other way with Nichols. Winner the drive on the baseline, finding Roz at the basket for the lay-in. A 6-point lead for the Eagles.
Winter she has eyes everywhere. She drives in. You think it's the shot that she is going to take, but instead she dishes it off. A great assisting point guard.
Peffley for 3, no good. And then when Nichols with the rebound, and the Eagles are on the move. And that one's nicely broken up there by Peffley. He'll give it up to Integrin. Integrin all by herself. Blocked! What a block! Oh, it's picked up there by Lincoln. Down the floor. They're unable to keep it in bounds. But oh my goodness, what a huge block by Catherine Zeleny.
I tell you what, that right there shows you why all the momentum is on the Lincoln side right now. Even with the mistake, Zeleny gets all the way down to get the block shot. It also is indicative of the fact that Wichita just can't find the basketball to go through the rim at the moment.
Peffley
even on something that looks easy.
Peffley on the drive on the baseline, and there's a jump ball. And I do believe it will stay with Wichita here on the baseline. 30 seconds to play in the first half. We have seen an unbelievable second quarter, folks.
Right now they need a blob. With
Ripley! With the point-blank shot that just rims out. And now Kaiser with it on the wing. 20 seconds to play. Nichols kicks it outside.
A bucket here is going to feel like a dagger. It won't be, but it will feel like it.
And the ball's fought for. We're seeing a lot of hustle here right now.
So I said a minute ago about a blob. A blob is what we call a baseline out-of-bounds play. It's something that's meant to be like a quick hitter to get you an easy basket. We'll see if Lincoln can run something.
Open 3. Nearly win. It popped out. The rebound by
look
Nichols.
at that.
Able to get it to the outside. They say it's out of bounds. 4 seconds to play, and the Warriors have 4 seconds to score a bucket. And in this 18-0 run, they don't want it to continue to the second half.
Plenty of time to get 2 or 3 dribbles off before you have to shoot.
Peffley for 3. No good. And a rough finish to the first half for the Warriors. And just like I said, 18-0 run that Lincoln is on right now. That quarter ends in the favor of the Lincoln Eagles, 23-7. What a quarter.
What a quarter. We thought it was going to be Wichita early. They had 6 threes in the first quarter. 20 points right there, or 22 points in that first quarter. Man, they just cannot get a bucket here in the second quarter.
But one thing that you have to say, though, halftime scores 36-30. So from Wichita's perspective, you just have to look at it like that. It's a 6-point game. This is a really good basketball game. It feels like you're getting smoked because in the last few minutes you have been, but you started off in the lead. So good job by them hitting those shots early, which put them in this position to be able to absorb a run like that.
Yep.
They can absorb the run and have a good second half and win the ball game.
Yeah, the key is going to be their halftime adjustment right here. They have to get back to the belief that they were playing with early in the game. Right now, all the momentum is on the side of the Lincoln Eagles. But if I'm Coach Enegren over there, I'm telling my girls, look, forget the first half. The first half is over. The ball game is new. I understand it's a 6-point deficit, but the ball game is new. We're going to come out here. We're going to execute. We're going to find easy shots. They did not get anything easy in that second quarter. And that is really played the difference because not only were all those shots contested, but then Lincoln just did a great job on the glass of rebounding and taking away second chance opportunities. So it's a matter of settle down. Remember what got you here. Remember how we started the game, but forget everything else. And let's restart and see if we can't come back and play with that confidence and belief that we know we have.
Lincoln Eagles 36, Wichita Warriors 30. We'll step aside just for a few moments, and we'll be back for second half action. That's fun. See, I always like having good. I haven't had a single game yet that was just a beatdown. Y'all did earlier. I know when I came in. I guess you just had it, right?
Oh yeah, the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're with the CHSL.
I started CHSL.
Hey, yeah, y'all got it going on.
Yeah, I'm not in leadership anymore. I don't coach.
Did you start 20 years ago?
No, so I played.
You played for another team, and then you started.
So I played with HCYA.
Okay.
And then I coached a year with them. Left for Colorado for a couple years, came back. I coached with a different homeschool team, and then I started CHSM in 2012.
Okay.
So I said 20. It's actually 19 because there was one year I couldn't come because my daughter was being born. So.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, that's an excuse.
Yeah, I don't think my wife would have been real happy.
You'd be like, listen, I'm homeschool basketball to the core. Like, hey, come on. Couldn't be March.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Couldn't be, anyway.
But so yeah, it's just been last 13 of the last 14 years as a coach, and then 5 years as a player, and then 1 year as a coach with HCA. So yeah, I played against Rob and his dad years ago. I played when the national tournament used to be in San Antonio.
Okay.
So I played
before Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Springfield.
Yeah.
So I was playing.
Yeah. So I've been in homeschool basketball for 13 years from being a player to now. But second year coming to this tournament, which is pretty cool. We used to go to the tip-off. Yep. Like the one at the beginning. So we used to do that. So we'd come up to. So I was familiar with Springfield. Came to Springfield pretty much every year, but we played some of the teams. But yeah, no. I remember the OKC Storm were rolling. They do.
Yeah.
They're just on probation. Second half action about to be underway. 36-30 is the score, the lead for the Lincoln Eagles. They're going to have to get this clock right. The Lincoln Eagles finished the second quarter on an 18-0 run. The Wichita Warriors had a great start to the ball game, shooting very well, and then Lincoln just turned it right back on them. It's a 6-point lead here for the Eagles.
This is an incredibly important possession for the Warriors. They just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Enegren at the basket, and she does. So they break that run right as the second half begins, and that was Addie Enegren with the bucket.
Now you feel good until Winter steps in and hits a three. but still feel good if you're Wichita because you went a long time without scoring a bucket right there. So you came down, first possession, got a basket. That's exactly what you wanted. Let's see if they can use that.
Ball back with the Warriors. They trail by 7. Integrin blocked at the basket. She'll go back up with it again. Blocked again, that time by Nichols. And now the Eagles up the floor, trying to push the pace. They lead by 7, their largest lead of the ball game. Now on the move, Nichols, left wing 3, cash.
4 threes in the game for Haley Nichols. And the lead is 10.
Unbelievable, double-digit lead here for Lincoln. And she's got 18. Deep 3 from Integrin, no good. Ball's tipped and fought for and rebounded by Nichols now. But good job there by Miraz fighting for it. Winner on the wing, trying to feed it into Nichols, and it won't work out. It'll be a turnover.
The important thing to remember if you're the Warriors is run your offense. Run your offense, trust what you do. You've got to be careful you don't fall into the trap of just taking any shot you want because that is how this game could get out of hand real quickly.
Ripley tried to put it back, and apparently something hurt her.
I think she caught an elbow in the nose on that ball
Nichols
down.
3, nearly, no good. Ball tipped over the back call against Miraz as she'll pick up her second foul.
It's not good position right there for Miraz. It's one of those you just want to stay there, play defense, put your hands up, make it difficult, but don't go over the back.
They have to sub Ripley out. She's going to look at her face, I do believe. I think it's her nose. And good steal there from Winter. And she's going to go all the way for the right-hand finish.
In the first half, Winter was just satisfied dishing. Now she's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, and that pass from Integrin, trying to feed it over to Shrout, but missed her. And it's a turnover.
Man, Wichita, the wheels are not off, but I tell you what, the lug nuts are loose.
Ball with Kaiser to the corner, Winner. Cross court to Nichols, catch and shoot 3. Nearly there. She shot that one in the girl's face, but she's been feeling it.
Yeah, she was shooting really well in this game.
Peffley to the basket, can't get it to go. Ball's battled for Zeleny, and Peffley with it. Zeleny comes away with it, and she's up the floor.
How tough of a player is Zeleny?
Winner's blocked, gets the rebound. Kaiser, right wing 3, long, no good. Integrin the rebound.
Everybody was ready. Everybody was ready for Kaiser to hit that 3. Winner just looked at Coach Kaiser and said, hey, I need a sub, and immediately he gets his Haley Nichols, who gave them great minutes when they were down 12 points. Hayden Nichols came in and gave some great minutes to the Eagles until they could find their bearings. And she's going to be called. She's being called on again here to give Winter a breather.
Eagles up 12. Here's the drive. Nichols fouled. And the foul will be against Peffley. Sarah Peffley's another one who had a very good start to the ball game, scoring the basketball.
3 threes in the first quarter.
And she's just been a little quiet.
She's been quiet ever since then. And a lot of that is just for the fact that Wichita has not been able to generate any looks. Like how they're trying to push the ball inside, but they can't get the ball to fall on the layup, and they just can't find their shooters right now. So I think this is something where Coach Integrin has got to say, hey, look, girls, run your offense, but let's look to make that extra pass. Let's see if we can go inside out and get our three-point shooting again. Maybe we go 2 swings to the corner and see if we can get a corner 3. That's a high percentage shot right there. So important for Wichita to keep composure, run and execute the offense here, because right now this 12-point deficit, it feels like 20.
12-point ball game. Eagles in the lead, and they've got the ball. 4:52 to play in the third quarter. Get it in underneath.
Uh-oh.
No good, was long.
Yep.
And the ball
Yeah, Mraz is asking the question, like, what did I do? And what it was is the upper forearm to the upper part, or the forearm to the upper part of the back. Wasn't anything intentional or malicious, but that's what the referee called.
Integrin with the ball, trying to get it to her sister, and she does. Now up top, the drive to the left, kick outside. Three-pointer, Peffley, short.
One of the
Rebounded by
things
Zeleny.
the Eagles have done so much better since that first quarter is they've played more aggressively on the defensive end of the court. Specifically, they're applying great man pressure, making it much more difficult.
Ripley the rebound, shot no good, back at the basket again, and she puts it in. It was a 26-2 run before that, but she's able to get the bucket there. Ripley making it a 10-point game.
Two things happened, three good things happened right there for the Wichita Warriors. One, they got a good look at a three-pointer. Unbelievable.
Haley Nichols in the face of Ripley, drawing the foul. Opportunity for a 4-point play. How good has she been here this afternoon?
5 threes made in the game for Haley Nichols. And right on the heels of good things that had happened on the other end of the floor for the Wichita Warriors. So we said this early in the game. Three-pointers, they're momentum builders. They're also momentum killers. And there was some momentum going the way of Wichita there a moment ago because they finally got a good look at a three-point basket. They didn't hit it, but they finally got a good look at it. Then they got an offensive rebound, and then they got the putback from Ripley. But then they come down, and Haley Nichols just drills a three in her defender's face.
A costly lane violation there as it gives Nichols another opportunity, and she makes that one. She's got 22 points on the ball game, and the Lincoln Eagles lead by 14.
And they're not easy points. I mean, she has shot the ball extremely well. There you go. There you go.
And some nice offense there and finding a wide-open cutter to the basket for the right-hand finish. And that is Peffley with 14 points. First of the second half, Nichols with that three-pointer, and is just short.
That was exactly what you wanted to see from Wichita, because what that should show you if you're the Warriors is that we can run offense and we can get good looks at the basket. If I were them, I'd come down and run something similar. You wouldn't run the same action, but I would look to run something. There it is. Different action, great look, offensive rebound, and a putback.
And Ripley's able to get that bucket there. She now has 12 points.
And now it's just a 10-point deficit. Now all of a sudden, you've done 2 good possessions in a row here if you're the Wichita Warriors. If I were Coach Kaiser, I'd be thinking if I give up another basket here, I'm probably going to call a timeout and see if I can slow down the momentum.
Up top now.
A three-pointer right now would.
Rebound pulled down there by Nichols, pushing the tempo to her sister here. Now trying to pass it, is broken up, but they set up Haley for another three, and she knocks it down.
If you give her any space whatsoever, she is going to kill that shot.
25 for Haley Nichols, and feeding on the cut to Peffley for the finish.
That's another 3 possessions now. 3 out of the last 4 possessions have resulted in great cuts to the basket with good looks.
Winters on the hard drive to the glass, and she's going to be fouled.
It's a good look for the Warriors, knowing that you can cut to the basket and get your shots. That's what they've been trying to do all game long. It's finally starting to happen. The question is it too little, too late?
Winter will hit her first free throw. She's got 6 points. The foul there was on Emma Jacobs. Now in the ball game for the first time, Jasmine Mahiran. And the second free throw for Winter is coming up now.
Quiet.
That'll push the lead up to 13.
Quiet first half for Winter as far as it relates to scoring, but she was assisting the ball very nicely in the first half. Here in the third quarter, though, she's got 7 points.
Mahiran on the feet inside to Peffley, to Ripley to the basket.
There it is.
Able to get the bucket.
You have to feel good if you're the Wichita Warriors, knowing that you can run some sort of offensive set against this man-to-man defense and get a good look at the basket.
Feed inside, Mraz to the basket, doesn't go. Rebound Ripley.
And Coach Kaiser's begging the official for a call there. I think that was a good no call. It's a physical play, no doubt about it.
Ripley feeding it over. Piffley, right wing three, just short. And it will be with the Warriors, but that's one if you're a Warriors fan, you really wanted that to go down. That could have cut it to 8. Minute 33 to go in the third quarter. You still have plenty of time, especially in a game as volatile as this one.
If the Warriors make a 3, this place is going to go nuts.
Going to get it into Ripley. Ball was tipped. I do not know who is off of. The officials come to the conclusion that it's off the Eagles. The Warriors ball again. We're going to have another substitution. It'll be Addie Inegren back into the ball game in from Mehurin.
We don't have the benefit of replay. I'd be curious to know if that tip ball on the last one was definitely out of bounds on the Eagles or if Ripley had tipped it out, but
11-point ball game.
Coach Kaiser getting Lucy Lenzen into the game, trying to steal some minutes for some of his other players. Big bucket.
Nice finish there for Inegren. That is Michaela Inegren. She's got 10 points. She had a good start to the ball game with those first 2 trays. Kaiser sets up a corner 3, but she missed it. It popped out. Good hustle there from Rise, but lost it. Peffley gets it now. 9-point ball game. The lead is back in single digits here. Inegren thought about the left wing 3. She'll step in, shoot the 2-point J, and knocks it down. Michaela Inegren with 2 consecutive buckets. She's got 12 points. Lead is cut to 7. 50 seconds to play in the third. A 3-pointer from Lenzen doesn't go.
She thought about passing it, but they left her so wide open she had no choice but to take that shot. Right decision.
Feed inside to Ripley. Ball batted away. Eagles get the ball again. Ball in the hands of Haley Nichols.
Great no call right there. Let these girls play.
Find to the corner. Lenzen, open 3. No good, it's short. Inegren the rebound, going to feed it to Peffley.
Man, that 3 looks good too.
Peffley, nice drive for the finish with the right hand.
Huge play right now from Inegren, Ripley, and Peffley. Getting the lead, cutting the deficit down from 12 to 5.
Winter for the answer, no good. Lenzen the rebound outside. Kaiser blocked. And that'll finish the third quarter, but if you're a Warriors fan, you gotta like that. You went down by as much as 12. You have cut it to 5 going into the fourth.
Huge momentum swing there in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, Trillis, it is setting up to be an incredible finish.
And folks, an entertaining ball game we have here. That just goes to show you how good this pool was. And these are the teams that are at the bottom of the pool. They both have plenty of strengths, plenty of good teams here in this tournament. Anyway, this is Division I after all. And both these teams, very good basketball teams, and this game has really reflected the "it's a game of runs" quote.
Yeah, absolutely. This has definitely been a game of runs. It started earlier with the Warriors getting up 12 or 14 points there, and then, man, big swing for Lincoln Eagles, coming all the way back to take a 12-point lead, only to see it cut to 5 here. This possession coming in, it's going to be Eagle basketball. And right now, if you're the Eagles, you want a good look at the basket to start this quarter off.
53-48 ball game. Eagles in the lead as we head into the fourth quarter.
No threes in that quarter from the Wichita Warriors after they hit 6 in the first quarter.
Yet still finishing with 18 points in that quarter.
Yep. And on the other side, it was the Nichols winner show in the third period here, but they're going to have to get some other players involved in order to seal this win.
5-point game. Drive from Winter. Kick outside. Pump fake.
That's a good decision right there not to take that shot.
And the drive is stolen by Peffley, but on the baseline, the official calls the foul.
He's going to get Nichols on. No.
Did they call 22?
They called that against
Is it Ripley?
Peffley.
Or Peffley. They call it against Peffley. Her third.
I think it's Peffley.
So now, ball will be on the baseline with the Eagles here. They're going to get the ball in. Ball's tipped and stolen by Peffley. She's down the floor all the way to the cup, and she finishes at the basket. The lead has been cut to 3. How about Sarah Peffley? She had a big third quarter there at the end, and now she's got 20 points on the ball game, but there's another foul against the Warriors here.
Trillis, have you heard the saying, ball don't lie?
I have.
Well,
Rasheed
that right
Wallace.
there is one of those moments. The ball don't lie. I don't think that was a good call against Wichita there that gave Lincoln the ball back. But Peffley came up, got the steal, get the layup, cut it to 3. Can she do it again?
A drop off to Integrin. There's going to be a foul call here, and I believe this one will be against the Eagles. And it will be. Zelany's going to pick up her second. Wichita's ball on the baseline. Only a 3-point ball game, folks. And we've got over 7 minutes of basketball remaining. Shot by Addie Integrin misses, and the rebound Zelany, and now she's pushing the pace. It's a 2-on-2.
They almost caught Lincoln not paying attention right there, but they could not finish. You just need a good possession if you're the Eagles.
Miraz blocked, and then she touched it last out of bounds. So great defense, especially on the interior there from Wichita. They've got the ball again with 7 minutes remaining.
If you want to see or hear a gym get loud, they tie this game up on this possession.
They get to the basket, a shot, no good. The Eagles got the rebound, and now we're going to have a jump ball as Wichita able to force it after Zelany got the rebound. I think the ball's going to stay here on the baseline with Wichita. And so the Warriors down 3 with 6:47 remaining. We're going to see a substitution. The younger Nichols, Hayden, is in the ball game now, coming in for Winter.
One of the differences between both teams here in this fourth quarter is Wichita has used up most of their timeouts. I think they might have 1 or 2 timeouts remaining, whereas Lincoln has not.
And so just then, Integrin had a wide open shot from the block, put it off the window, and it just popped out. And then a jump ball situation, but Wichita was on the out of bounds line. So it goes to the Eagles, but now the Eagles are going to get time here. They lead by only 3 points. It's anybody's game at this point in time. 6:36 remaining in the ball game.
Good timeout right there from Coach Kaiser. Right now I'm telling my girls, hey, let's settle down. We know what we're doing. We know how to play the game. Let's run this play right here. And that's what I would tell them. Let's go run a play. Sometimes some offenses are run on systems where it's just a matter of principles that you're following. Some offenses have systems combined with quick hitters, and some are just simple plays that they run. Right now, this is a moment for either a quick hitter out of your system or a simple play, because you need to find a good look at the basket. You need an easy shot, whether that's a layup or whether that's getting Haley Nichols a clean look at a three-pointer.
Nichols going to throw it in here on the sideline. Get it into her sister. No, but Peffley takes it away. And the finish on the other end. What a game changer she's been. 22 points on the ball game.
Yeah, that was not a great entry pass there.
And you got Nichols on the drive. She's going to fall kind of hard there. She is fouled. Will have 2 shots. A 1-point ball game. Lincoln Eagles in the lead with 6 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At this point, every free throw matters.
And Nichols pops out that one.
Every free throw matters, and every clean look at a layup matters, because it's a 1-point game. And Trillis, I think this could end up being back and forth the rest of the game.
A miss there from Nichols. Rebound Integrin. Wichita with it again. So an opportunity to put it up to 3, but it stays at 1. Oh, but Peffley threw it to Ripley with her back turn. 2-on-1. 5-on-1. And now going to put it up. Miraz, no good. Nichols put back, no good. good. You had that many numbers. Had a tough time finishing, though. Peffley, the ball's
defense.
loose. Picked up by Nichols.
Great defense there, right from the Eagles to stay hands high. See right there, I had a shot.
Kaiser blocked hard by Integrin, but on the follow-through, Integrin's going to pick up the foul. So the block was clean, but she followed through right into her.
Yep,
which is a foul.
And that's the thing. The referees have a responsibility. Interesting that they're going to call this on the floor because the referees have a responsibility to protect the shooter. And what happened there was as Kaiser went up for the shot, she didn't have the space to land like she should have. But referee is going to say it's on the floor, so Wichita got away with one right there, I think. That's all right. What a finish.
But Miraz with a finish, another ball don't lie situation possibly.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we got 8 points from Miraz, 3-point lead for Lincoln. Now you got Integrin driving to the left, dropping it off to Ripley at the basket. She missed it. Got her own rebound. Going back up with it. She's fouled that time, and she's got 2 shots.
We're going to get Nichols for that.
And that will be her second. And so now you got Ripley at the foul line with 2 shots. She has been very effective for Wichita in this ball game. She's got 14 points. Make that 15 with a made first free throw. She shoots good free throws. And to have a big girl who can shoot free throws is a big thing.
Yeah, no, you want your bigs to be able to shoot because you expect them to go to the line every time they go up to finish a layup. Right now, I think if you're Coach Kaiser, you're trying to think about who can I put on Ripley to try and contain her. She's really been going to work here in the second half on the inside.
Winters 3 doesn't go. Ripley pulls down the board. Peffley with it now. Driving to the cup, right hand, no good. Follow is up and good.
Man, Emma Jacobs right there.
First bucket of the game for her is a big one. It ties the game up.
Ties the game up. The Wichita Warriors were up. Uh-oh.
Nichols knocking it down from the left wing. 28 for Haley. And a 58-55 lead.
Talk about a big-time shot right there for the Lincoln Eagles.
And a costly turnover, but then they throw it right back to Wichita. 3-point game, and the Warriors going to call timeout. 58-55 lead for the Lincoln Eagles. We've got a thriller here at AG Financial Arena. How about this, CJ?
I tell you, Coach Integrin is seeing the tiredness of the players right there. That's why he called the timeout. There was a couple of bad possessions right there, back and forth. This is an opportunity to settle the game down, settle the girls down a little bit. You're on offense. What's interesting to me is that after 6 3-pointers in the first quarter, not one made 3 yet for the Wichita Warriors since then. And so the question I have in my head is 3-point shooting part of your offense or is it not part of your offense? Because if it is, I think now's a really good time to see if you can knock one down.
So 3-point advantage for the Eagles over the Warriors. Had a really good one here so far today. Scoring leaders for the ball game. You got Haley Nichols, obviously, with 28 points. But leading the way for Wichita is Sarah Peffley, who has 22 of her own. So we got 20-point scores both sides, but it's a high-scoring game, 58-55, 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, it's definitely burning up the nets right now. For sure, both these teams are going to cross the 60-point threshold no matter.
But the thing is, even with as high as it's been, both these teams have had their droughts. So it depends on who gets hot right here in the last 4.5 minutes.
There it is. That's the 3 we're talking about.
Peffley trying to tie the ball game, misses. Integrin will step back and get it. Gets it to her sister. Her 3-pointer's an air ball out of bounds.
And I know that those are missed shots and they don't look good per se, but here's the thing. You have not had a 3-pointer go in since the first quarter. If you're going to win the game, you need a 3 to fall, so you need to shoot them. So even though you didn't see them go in, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was a bad shot.
Winter will turn it over there with a double dribble, giving the Warriors an opportunity again here. as they trail by 3. Just over 4 minutes to play.
These teams really have to focus on not hurting themselves with the turnovers. And not just, I mean, there's one thing to have a turnover with great defense, but a couple of possessions here lately on both teams have been unforced errors. Need to try and clean that up here in the last 4 minutes.
Ripley inside, puts it up over the top, no good. Followed by Jacobs, no good. It's a battle, and Mraz comes up with the basketball. She throws it away. Taken, Integrin, her shot, he hit every part of the rim and missed. And it's a jump ball underneath the basket between Nichols and Peffley, and the ball's going to go with the Lincoln Eagles. Wow.
I tell you what, Mraz, I love how physical she plays. She just needs to pivot through and make an easier pass.
Winner the drive against Jacobs. She'll step back here.
Right now, it's all about execution if you're the Lincoln Eagles. You just need to execute.
She picked up her dribble.
There it is. There it is.
For the finish.
You just have to execute. When you're playing in these tight ball games, the team that stays poised is the team that probably has the better chance at winning. So it comes down to being in control when the emotions are high.
Losing the basketball there. And up the floor are the Eagles. A drive from Nichols to the basket for the right-hand finish, giving her a 30-piece, but a 7-point lead for the Eagles.
That was so important right there. And what the Eagles did so well was they didn't force the outlet pass, and they kept control of it.
Peffley, and how about her?
Man, she's got 12 points in the half. A lot of them on layups, just attacking. 12 points in the half. She had 11 points in the first half.
And she gets a big steal here. Driving back to the cup on the spin to Ripley, kick outside Integrin, left wing 3, hit it!
There it is.
Game's cut to 2.
So important for the Warriors to see a 3 go down, the first one since the first period. It just builds in so much more confidence in your team when you can see that what you do well is working.
And another steal? No! The Eagles keep it. Open 3 for Winner. Off, air ball, out of bounds. Wichita's basketball. 2-point game with 1:49 remaining in the ball game.
Plenty of timeouts for Coach Kaiser and the Eagles, and he uses one there. I think it's a good use of a timeout. It allows his team to take a breather. That 3-point miss from Winner is really just because her legs are tired. You can see that shot was quite short. Right now, you're just reminding your girls how well they've done all game long to survive the runs. And now it comes down to 1 minute and 49 seconds of determination.
62-60. The Lincoln Eagles with the advantage, but the Wichita Warriors have the ball. 1:49.
Right now, if you're the Warriors down 2, plenty of time in the game. Run your offense. In this half, you've been able to run an offense that gets you cutters to the basket for shots at layups. Ripley has done a great job of getting offensive rebounds. Now, granted, a lot of those are coming off of her own misses at the moment, but she's sticking with it. And she's been able to make a lot of those second chance opportunities. So, you've shown that you can run an offense against this man-to-man pressure and get layups. And then you just finally had a 3-pointer go in on the other end. So you know that right here, you believe you can tie it at the least you can tie it, but you think you can take the lead on this possession.
Peffley with the basketball, kick outside, Integrin to take the lead. It doesn't go, but what a huge rebound and put back from Ripley.
She has been Janie on the spot.
17 for her. The game's tied up at 62. The drive from Winner to take the lead again for the Eagles. She misses. Ball in the hands of Integrin up the floor.
I love that take from Winter.
Oh, they say she stepped out of bounds. The coach does not like the call, and that's a tough turnover. The game is tied, and you're on the run.
That is a tough.
I think they may have called it backcourt because the way he's arguing it.
Yeah, either one. I didn't see the play per se, but the coach did. He was very unhappy, but you have to keep control of your emotions right now.
Rebound pulled in. Nichols driving, tied up right now. Winner drive to the right, kick outside. Kaiser for the lead. Long, ball's tipped, chased down by Zeleny. Feed inside to the post. Mraz against Ripley. Travel against Mraz. Ball going to the Warriors.
Just drag that foot along the baseline right there. It's a defensive substitution that they're going to put in right here.
As they get Nichols in now from Mraz.
Now who's going to take Ripley? They're going to put Zeleny on Ripley.
We're tied up at 62, under 50 seconds remaining.
If I were Zeleny, I would try and keep Ripley out of the post.
Feed inside to Ripley at the basket, puts it up and in, and one. The Wichita Warriors take their first lead in the second half, and in good time, 39.5 seconds remaining.
This is absolutely huge right there. I know what Coach Kaiser was trying to do, but it backfires here. Now, if you're the Lincoln Eagles, you have plenty of time. Plenty of time. You don't need to get it all back in one shot right here.
20 points for Ripley and a 3-point lead for the Warriors. We're nearing 30 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Drive to the left. Picked up her dribble now to Kaiser, right wing.
Gonna have a timeout.
Timeout going to be called by the Eagles here as Coach Kaiser will call one. 65-62 lead for the Wichita Warriors. And they had a great start to the ball game, and then the game got flipped on its head. At one point in time, a 26-2 run from the Lincoln Eagles. And you think about a team that went 26-2 on you, it's hard to imagine you're winning right now.
Yeah, I tell you, a lot of it is just because Wichita has stuck with the stuff that works. On the other end, the turnovers have really hurt the Lincoln Eagles. Right now, Coach Kaiser is drawing something up. He's going to try and settle them down. I'll tell you this, if you're going to go for the three-point shot, there is one player and one player only who needs to shoot that three. That's Haley Nichols. Otherwise, it's okay to get a two-point basket. You're at 3 team fouls. So what that allows you to do with 3 team fouls is play really aggressively. If you come in and you score a basket here, a 2-point basket, now you can play really hard pressure defense, going for a steal. If you get the steal and no foul, then you have an opportunity to take the lead. If you get called for the foul, that's okay. You have one more opportunity to do it before you go to the free throw line to shoot. So if I'm the Lincoln Eagles, I'm saying, hey, look, 1 3-point shooter, Haley Nichols, if she's open, you have to pull it. Otherwise, let's attack the glass, see if we can draw the foul and maybe get an and one.
But what about you got Brinley Kaiser over there hit 3 threes in the second quarter. Now, of course, you'd probably only want her to shoot if she's wide open because that's how all her threes have come. But we'll see what happens, folks. Down 3, under 20 seconds to go. Ball in the hands of Winner. Guarded outside by Jacobs.
They're going to go for one.
She dribbles off her foot, which is the last thing you want to do in that situation.
Last thing. You have to apply major pressure right now. You have to apply major pressure right now if you're the Lincoln Eagles.
And a foul by Winner.
You need one more to send them to the free throw line.
So 1 foul to give here. But Winner has 4. And so if she
Someone
fouled,
else has to come up and get it.
It'd be 5.
Has to come get it.
And she is the one that commits the foul. Nichols could have. Nichols has 3. That'd have been a better option there, but that's it for Winner. She's out of the ball game. So she's got 5. Of course, you trail by 3, so at this point in time, really, you're just going to need to hit a shot. There's not much time left anyway. 6 seconds to play. And so they're going to bring Hayden Nichols back into the ball game. But right now, Integrin will have 2 free throws at the foul line.
I don't know how many timeouts remain for Lincoln. The game is definitely not over, but she makes a free throw here. It's going to feel like the game is over.
The first free throw doesn't go, leaving the door open. If she misses this one, you still have an opportunity.
Yeah, I would sprint the ball to half court, and if I have a timeout, I'd take it. Otherwise, that ball needs to be in Haley Nichols' hands.
But she hits the second. A huge free throw there. They're going to get the ball to Nichols here. Nichols going to need to get a quick shot here. She's trying to drive all the way to the cup. She kicks it outside. They won't even have enough time. She missed it. And the Wichita Warriors survive in a game where they allowed a 26-2 run, they finish as the winner, 66-62. What a barn burner we just had. That right there was Pool B. And so the Lincoln Eagles are going to finish with the 3 losses at 4th. And 3rd will go to the Wichita Warriors. 2nd, the Chap Chariots. And 1st, the CHSM Knights here in Pool B. But wow, what a game we had there.
A great finish right there to that game. Hats off to the Lincoln Eagles. They have stuck with it after being down, I think it was 14 points, getting that 26-2 run. But congratulations to Coach Enegren and the Wichita Warriors. Kept their composure, ran their stuff. They're rewarded with the victory today.
And, folks, we really appreciate you joining us. 66-62 was the final score. We got more stuff that is going to be coming up after this on the next stream. More action right here. But thank you for joining us.